आज के हमारे पॉडकास्ट के गेस्ट है डॉक्टर अनुपमा हरिहरन. शी इज वर्किंग इन वन ऑफ द प्रीमियर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट रिसर्च ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. इनका जो जर्नी रहा है एंड ट्रांजिशन फ्रॉम डेंटिस्ट्री टू क्लिनिकल रिसर्च इंडस्ट्री which will be very motivational and inspirational those who want to come in this industry. So आइए इनके जर्नी के बारे में जानते हैं इस पॉडकास्ट में. Watch this podcast till the end. Hi Dr. Anupama, welcome to our conversation with us at Canvas Clinical Research Services. आज मैं आपके साथ बहुत सारा क्वेश्चन करने वाली हूँ जिसमें मैं जानना चाहती हूँ आपका इंटरेस्टिंग करियर जर्नी. What inspired you to land up in clinical research industry?
Firstly, thank you for inviting me to this coveted platform. I'm really hoping to have a good conversation with you today. And मेरा जर्नी एक्चुअली स्टार्ट हुआ है 2004 में ही. एंड वो वैसे टाइम पे शुरू हुआ व्हेन आई वाज एक्चुअली कॉन्टेम्पलेटिंग कि डेंटिस्ट्री से और क्या करूं, क्योंकि मैं ऐसे स्टेज पे थी वो टाइम पे अपने लाइफ में जहाँ डेंटिस्ट्री ऑलरेडी काफ़ी सैचुरेट हो चुका था. एंड मेरे फादर डीन थे एक डेंटल कॉलेज के, तो मैं उनके साथ एक्चुअली लेक्चरर जैसे काम कर ही रही थी. लेक्चरर जैसे काम करते करते आई वाज स्टिल अ लेक्चरर फॉर फार्माकोलॉजी, माइक्रोबायोलॉजी एंड पैथोलॉजी. तो मेरा नेचुरल एफिनिटी वाज ऑलवेज टुवर्ड्स फार्माकोलॉजी. आई रियलाइज्ड इवन एज अ डेंटिस्ट. सो एक दिन मैं डिसाइड की कि चलो मैंने अब MBA ज्वाइन करना है. तो आई डिस्कस्ड इट विद सम स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ माइन एंड देयर वाज दिस स्टूडेंट ऑफ माइन हु केम रनिंग, मैन ये पेपर देखो, न्यूज़पेपर कटिंग देखो, इसमें MBA और MSc का एक कोर्स है क्लिनिकल रिसर्च में. तब मुझे कोई आइडिया नहीं था व्हाट क्लिनिकल रिसर्च वाज ऑल अबाउट. ओके, सो वी वर शूटिंग इन द डार्क. मैं गई चंडीगढ़ अपना MBA का एंट्रेंस एग्जाम्स देने के लिए, और वहाँ से MSc का एक ICRI करके एक इंस्टीट्यूट था, तो वहाँ बैठ के मैंने अपने एग्जाम्स वहाँ भी दे दिए. तो क्लियर हो गई. तो वी वर द वेरी फर्स्ट बैच इन दिल्ली, एंड दैट्स हाउ माय होल रिसर्च जर्नी स्टार्टेड, with clinical research. So at that point of time I did not realize that along with my journey in clinical research, everything else was also going to change. My father was very inspirational in that sense. He was very intuitive as a person, and he used to tell me that beta आप डेंटिस्ट्री में फंसे नहीं रहना, ये काफ़ी सैचुरेट हो चुका है. ऐसे एक ब्रांच ऑफ मेडिसिन चूज करना जहाँ नया हो, नॉवेल्टी फैक्टर हो, एंड ऐसे कुछ हो जो सोसाइटी में भी आपको बेनिफिट करे करके वैसे, एंड आई कुडंट थिंक ऑफ अ बेटर ब्रांच देन क्लिनिकल रिसर्च. ऑल्दो आई डिडंट नो मच एट दैट पॉइंट, बट लेटर एज एंड हाउ मैंने पढ़ाई शुरू की क्लिनिकल रिसर्च में, देन आई केम टू नो.
Start with nothing and then land up with like designation like associate director in one of leading contract research organization, that too like IQVIA. How was it?
It was a very eventful journey, very fruitful journey, I would say. Not all of it has been very smooth for me, and I've had my fair share of tears, fears, jitters, आप बोल सकते हैं. So what really helps you along your journey is having good mentors along the way. So I've been very lucky in that sense to have both mentors who have impacted me positively and negatively. अब मैं उसको पॉजिटिव सेंस में ही लेती हूँ, क्योंकि जो नेगेटिव है आप नेगेटिव नहीं बोल सकते हैं उनको, उनसे भी काफ़ी सारा कुछ सीखने को मिला है. तो वो फीडबैक जब देते थे, शायद अच्छे तरीके से नहीं दिया हो, लेकिन उनसे भी जो लर्निंग ले सकती थी मैंने उतना लिया है. वो टाइम पे ज़रूर ख़राब लगा होगा अपने को, बट आपके जर्नी में सोचते हो जब वो उसका इम्पैक्ट कितना हुआ है आपके ऊपर. लाइक किसी ने आपको बोला कि आप कोई एक चीज़ आपके बारे में आपको इम्प्रूव करनी है, तो आपको वो टाइम पे थोड़ा चुभ जाता है, बट वही चीज़ आप थोड़ा गौर करके देखो और आगे उसको लेके जाओ. So I think those negative experiences also help in the long run. So they have been instrumental, basically my mentors, I would say, primarily. The other thing is in clinical research what I realized was आप खुद को रिस्ट्रिक्ट मत करके रखो एक ही रोल पे. आप एक्सपेरिमेंट करने के एक हैबिट में रहो कि आप इस रोल में आप थोड़े टाइम निकालोगे, तो आपको ऐसा कौन सा रोल है जो आपको इंस्पायर करता हो और आप कंट्रीब्यूट भी कर सकते हैं उसमें टैलेंट वाइज. सो टैलेंट विदाउट अपॉर्चुनिटी इज ऑफ नो यूज, राइट? सो इफ यू वांट टू एक्सपीरियंस व्हाट योर टैलेंट इज ऑल अबाउट, यू नीड टू सर्च फॉर द राइट अपॉर्चुनिटीज. एंड एक टाइम पे ऐसा होता है जब रोल्स आपको चूज करते हैं, आपको रोल्स के पीछे भागने की जरूरत
नहीं है. यू सेड राइट. बट मैं ये जानना चाहूँगी, स्टार्ट विथ क्लिनिकल रिसर्च एसोसिएट एंड नाउ लैंड अप विथ associate director. वो जर्नी कैसे रहा?
हाँ, वो जर्नी हैज़ टेकन माई टाइम, सी इट हैज़ टेकन अ लॉट ऑफ एफर्ट्स। वो ऐसे ओवरनाइट ऐसे एकदम रोजी पिक्चर जो पेंट होता है लोगों के माइंड में, वैसा नहीं है। ट्रू, हम 5 स्टार्स 4 स्टार्स होटल में रहते हैं एंड थिंग्स लाइक दैट एज अ क्लिनिकल रिसर्च एसोसिएट। फ्लाइट्स में हम ट्रैवल करते हैं एंड ऑल, बट देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ हार्ड वर्क दैट गोज इनटू इट। रात को आप पहुंचते हो आपके होटल रूम में तो आपको इतना ही सोचता है कि आज मेरा रिपोर्ट में लिखूं, कब मैं खाना खा के मैं सोऊं। ऐसे नहीं लगता है कि मैं कोई 5 स्टार होटल में बैठी हूँ। ओके, सो फर्स्टली आई थिंक वो जो इल्यूजन ऑफ ग्लैमर है लोगों के माइंड में है, true, it's a very nice and novel way of doing work. Who doesn't want to stay in a good surrounding, right? But आपका उसके overarching message क्या है? Are you doing all of that just to stay in 5-star hotels? At one time, I had to ask myself some honest questions. When I put my patient care at the center of everything else seems secondary to me. और मेरा primary aim यही होता है कि मैं hospital जाऊँ तो वो हॉस्पिटल से सबसे अच्छा डेटा कहाँ से निकला है, कैसे निकला है, पेशेंट केयर अच्छा हो रहा है कि नहीं, सब अवेयर है कि नहीं कि रिसर्च कैसे कंडक्ट करना। और मैं अब मेरे खुद में इतना कॉन्फिडेंस है कि मैं दूसरे एक एक्सपीरियंस डॉक्टर हु इज अ सब्जेक्ट मैटर एक्सपर्ट, मैं उनको जाके या उनके सामने खड़े रह के ये चीज़ बोलूँ कि आप पेशेंट केयर कर रहे हैं बट प्रोटोकॉल के हिसाब से मुझे ऐसा करना है। दैट वाज अ बिग चैलेंजिंग एस्पेक्ट एंड दैट डिडंट कम इजीली टू मी. Okay, but only thing is being a doctor, it helped me build that rapport with other doctors. They understood where I'm coming from and it really helped me immensely because therapy area आपको समझ में आती है, आपको pharmacology आप थरो होते हैं, आपको protocol easily समझ में आ जाता है, तो ये सब चीज़ें मेरी advantages थी. Okay, admittedly, and I use that to my advantage for the benefit of the patients ultimately, which is a great thing, right? तो वो जर्नी वहाँ से शुरू हुआ. And then I was in the search of challenging roles. So I'm not that sort of person who wants to sit and wait for something to happen to me. So I volunteered for a training role. जब अपना regulatory scenario इंडिया में काफ़ी ख़राब था तो वो टाइम पे
यही सिनेरियो पे मैं थोड़ा सा बात करना चाहूँगी. Look back 20 years, our site wasn't that much developed.
Correct.
And that was the biggest challenges, मतलब biggest challenge for CRA too. So how you have managed that challenge to develop the site, make a rapport with investigator, ethics committee, along with you have to manage CRCs also.
Yeah, absolutely. So it was a very scary period for everybody, क्योंकि आप एक टाइम पे वो आपका ब्रेड एंड बटर ही वो है, और एक टाइम पे आपको रेगुलेटरी सिनेरियो के हिसाब से ऐसा लगने लगा है कि अरे सही डायरेक्शन में जा रहा है कि नहीं, कि हमारा रिसर्च इंडिया में रहेगा कि नहीं करके एक स्टेज पे आपको वो दैट्स अ वेरी वैलिड फियर, दैट्स अ वेरी रियल फियर, बिकॉज आप जिस चीज़ के लिए आप ट्रेनिंग ले रहे हो, जिस चीज़ का आप प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो एज स्किल सेट्स, वही नहीं रहा तो आप क्या करोगे अगले बार. So I think as a contract research organization, as a sponsor company, even as SMOs, I feel we had to be mentally prepared for these kinds of challenges because it was at a very nascent stage. 2005 में तो आया ही है कंट्री में, तो आप 2008 एंड 2009 में ये सब challenges देख रहे हो. By 2011 तो ये बहुत बड़ा challenge किया था. तो it was a really I would say a period of transition for all of us. So what we needed to do was to take a step back. Re-evaluate everything. Take those 3 to 4 months to re-evaluate कि रेगुलेटरी सिनेरियो कैसे जा रहा है कंट्री में, एंड एज अ बिजनेस मॉडल हम कैसे सर्वाइव कर सकते हैं, एंड नॉट जस्ट सर्वाइव, फ्रॉम देयर ऑन हाउ कैन वी थ्राइव इन द इंडस्ट्री, हाउ कैन वी मेक ourselves relevant in an industry that's asking us a lot of questions as to why are you existing in the system, कि आप इतना सारा रेगुलेटरी ये है नहीं तो आप क्यों एग्जिस्ट कर रहे हो. तो हमको भी काफ़ी सारा इनोवेटिव चीज़ें सोचना पड़ा. तो आपका जो सेंट्रलाइज्ड मॉनिटरिंग है वही पीरियड में आपका आया था. सो दैट वाज इन्वेंटेड एट दैट पॉइंट टाइम. सो दैट हेल्प्ड अ लॉट कि आप यू हैव सर्टेन सिनेरियोज वेयर आप ऑन साइट नहीं जा सकते, आपका बहुत सारा रेगुलेटरी चैलेंजेस आ गए हैं और ये सब, तो आप सेंट्रलाइज्ड मॉनिटरिंग कर सकते हो क्या. वो टाइम पे ये पैदा ही हुआ है उसके लिए वैसे. ओके, so your business has also have to be inside CR. Yeah, so it has to be these business models have to augment each other. They should not be a liability on each other.
Yeah.
So ये इस हिसाब से I think the industry has also evolved. Yeah. And we have had our lessons learned, कि ये ऐसा भी हो सकता है हमारे करियर में कि you would have a scenario which is beyond your control. आपके कंट्रोल में नहीं है, ये एक्सटर्नल फैक्टर्स है। तो आप क्या करोगे उसको कैसे हैंडल करना करके? एक हद तक आप एक्सटर्नल फैक्टर्स को हैंडल कर सकते हो, बट आपका बिजनेस मॉडल आप कैसे सुधार सकते हो
ये
आपको
भी
देखना।
देखना रहेगा। जैसे आपने बोला जो सेंट्रलाइज मॉनिटरिंग मार्केट में आया एंड दैट हेल्प्स साइट मॉनिटर्स टू इवॉल्व और डू द थिंग्स इन अ timeline in a time. So what do you think about site management organization? Do they helpful to the contract research organization?
See, I would say site management organization should be an inevitably integral part of the whole process of clinical research. Okay, inalienable part जो बोलते हैं ना वैसा, I consider site management organizations as pivotal partners. I don't consider them as vendors or a standalone kind of setup. We should be partners ideally, okay? And we should be partnering to how we can better clinical research, in the country as a whole. So I can't think of a better organization than a site management organization to handle that part of the story. क्योंकि आप कॉन्ट्रैक्ट रिसर्च ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हो या स्पॉन्सर हो, आप एक हद तक मैनेज कर सकते हो एट द साइट लेवल। ओके, साइट लेवल निटिग्रिटी मैनेज करने के लिए कोई चाहिए। तो आपका रूटीन जो होता है वो माइंडसेट बहुत अलग होता है साइट का, और आप जो वैल्यू उसमें ऐड करते हो फ्रॉम क्लिनिकल रिसर्च पर्सपेक्टिव, आप जो माइंडसेट लेके आते हो वो हो रिसर्च पर्सपेक्टिव से। सो आई थिंक देयर इज सर्टनली अ lacuna there. There is certainly a gap where site management organizations need to bridge, and we are seeing that happening in the last decade. I think is a lot better than what we started out with, and it's work in progress, and I'm sure we will reach a stage where our site management organizations in India undoubtedly would be one of the best in the world, because we are evolving through ages, right? हम ऐसे नहीं बैठे हैं. I have seen like your management organization also has evolved over time, what you started out with and what you are today. आपको जमीन आसमान का फर्क खुद को ही नजर आ रहा होगा. And see what you're contributing today. I mean, if I can talk about your conference yesterday, it was an awesome, amazing conference. And I would say that there is certainly that kind of conference and that kind of event that need to happen in the country as more often. That is the perfect fodder for bridging the gap between how the industry understands you and sees you, between what you're delivering.
Do you think that college to corporate kind of events bring synergies between contract research organization and site management organization?
Also sponsors.
And okay.
Yes.
And academia too?
And academia. See, there can be no research without academia, without a platform which the site management organization has created for all of us, without the CRO partners and your sponsor partners. So you need all of these people to come together because they constitute
still what we can do to develop these kind of synergies.
You need platforms such as these, firstly, not just to talk about it, but also to come out with policies, perhaps standard operating procedures, perhaps ways of work ethic and the way we are going about in the industry.
And to know each other's expectations.
Correct. So you cannot do an expectation setting, probably, not having a platform such as this. So आपको platform तो पहले create करना होता है वो. Okay, and that can be created by anybody. It doesn't have to be only the site management organization. You have a lot of, partners that you're working with. I wish everybody would create platforms such as these. So we have those adequate interfaces to be speaking with each other and to be creating that perfect fodder for further growth.
Yeah, in this way, I think we can know each other's problems. We can find out the solution for each other, and then we can develop the synergy.
Correct, and that all starts with your rapport building. I would say that's the initial stage. कई बार when I talk with people, I have seen that they have absolutely zero rapport with each other. That they're doing business with each other, and I don't know how. There is a very important statement that a finance guy actually taught me. That was in my previous organization. He used to say, Anupama, I'll tell you one very interesting story. 95% of what you do will be transactional. 5% of what you do will be people management. Okay? And you're generating goodwill out there and rapport. और आप जब वो 5% में जो rapport build करते हो, वो आपका 95% supersede करता है, क्योंकि आपका 95% was always dependent on your 5% and not the other way around. That was when my eyes opened to the kind of sage wisdom he was giving me. His sage words resonate with me even today. Okay, that what he said was absolutely true. And I started inculcating that kind of rapport building in my networking, and inculcating those networking skills also widely, to be able to spread that message across. उसके बिना आप नहीं कर पाओगे वो चीज़.
Dr. Anupama, I have seen your other side in HBA.
Okay.
You are a great leader and mentor. I really appreciate your presence in HBA and whatever you are like doing and you have done since last 1 year I have seen. So कुछ उसके बारे में बताइए.
So I joined and I talk for myself. I'm not talking for Healthcare Business Women's Association. I'm just putting a disclaimer out there for good reason, because I'm talking about my journey out there and myself. And thank you for bringing that point up, and thank you for mentioning me as a great leader. I think I've learned from the greatest. So I'm humbled when you tell me that. With all humility, I accept that, and I'm going to proceed along with my journey. So my journey with the Healthcare Business Women's Association started with a simple meeting with a colleague of mine who was already as a part of the Healthcare Business Women's Association. And she had said that, I'm going for a conference. There is a G20 summit, and, I'm going there in a couple of weeks. And, I was quite curious, okay, what is this all about? And she briefed me about it, that it's, it's an association for a lot of educated and skilled women in the healthcare sector who come together to talk about all things women, basically anything that's ailing a women leadership, and what can we do better, not only complaints, but also what can we do better in society, what value do we bring as women into the society and overall the healthcare sector, and how do we address some of those challenges that women face in the industry. तो ये premise था, and I was like, अरे ये तो it's right up my alley. Why don't I see that? तो चेन्नई में मैंने PMI का एक conference attend किया. Immediately on heels of that, I went to Delhi. So I surprised all of them by reaching there. RSVP किया. I landed out there, and it was quite hilarious. My first screen presence was not great because I landed up with faded jeans, my travel shirt, because my flight was late, and I dialed up my mentor. Can I come in my faded jeans and my shirt? She was like, you already missed the conference almost, now why don't you come? So I went there. So that's how my whole hilarious journey started actually, but it was very fated, I feel. The kind of people I met there, I'm in touch with them till date. Some of them I'm hoping to work with and forge relationships for lifetime. And when I realized that the CEO of HBA, Mary Stutz, when she inspired me the most by starting out on her journey, and by she, endorsed the whole idea of HBA. When I realized that this is a perfect platform for women such as you and me to be representing ourselves honestly out there, where our skill sets can be honed further, we can practice our leadership skills out there further. And again, I talk from a volunteer's perspective. I'm not talking on behalf of HBA again. I just want to clarify, I talk from my perspective. These are the values I noted out there.
There are many mentees who require such kind of platform.
Correct.
But yet they don't know about anything. So how we can convey this message so that they can be the part of this platform?
Right, that's a very interesting and valid question actually. And there are a lot of people, आप mentorship के बिना आप ज़्यादा flourish नहीं कर पाते हो, क्योंकि आपका learning curve restricted हो जाता है फिर. तो आप एक बहुत valid question पूछ रहे हो actually, that अगर मुझे आगे जाना है, मुझे कुछ सीखना है, growth होना है, तो मुझे mentorship भी important है. So as a mentee, it could be any platform. आप ISCR ले लो, आप HBA ले लो, आप कोई भी platform ले लो जहाँ mentorship आपको देते हैं. Like for example, an external club like a Toastmasters club where आपका public speaking skills आप hone करना चाहते हो. कोई भी आप ले लो, अच्छे mentorship platforms हो आपके लिए. आपको firstly क्या mentorship में आपको क्या चाहिए? First, you have to be clear about your goals. Is it public speaking that you're looking for? Do you want to hone your communication skills? Is it confidence building? Is it, do you want to also learn about overall personality development? आप emotional intelligence आपका improve करना चाहते हो, like empathy skills हो, anything. And empathy is a learned skill. So if people tell me today that, empathy तो ये तो naturally आना चाहिए, it is not a natural skill. It's a learned skill. Okay, आपको कहाँ वो use करना है, That is also this thing, people using it. Like, for example, somebody comes up to me and tells me, I'm really sorry about your loss. I've lost somebody in life. And they tell me, I'm really sorry. And 5 minute बाद में वो बोल रहे हैं, लेकिन आप कब वापस काम पे आ रहे हो? So those are not good empathy skills for me. Surely there is something and surely there is something that you need to improve on. Okay. So I have had a person actually do that to me, and that's why I can quote that example with confidence. That this is not empathy skill, and somewhere somebody has to learn those skills. Okay. So similarly, आप क्या चाहते क्या हो उसमें? Do you want to improve your overall personality? Are you going to be a good presenter? Presentation skills आपको सीखने हैं. तो आपका goal काफी clear होना चाहिए as a mentee, or do you not know what you want to start with? Even for that, you need a mentor to guide you through those. Okay. So let's say आप ऐसे stage पे start कर रहे हो जो आपका पता ही नहीं है कि आप mentorship किस चीज के लिए ले रहे हो. आप overall everything you want to learn. Everything is very difficult in one take, I would say. 1 year of mentorship में आप सब कुछ सीख लोगे, मुश्किल है. Unless you're already working professional, you have certain level of skill sets and you're looking for a very niche area that you want to develop it. So that is possible. And आपको पहले be clear before putting your money, time and energy in anything. Be very clear what you want. That is my biggest advice to all mentees, and that's an advice that I use for myself also. I do a lot of R&D before I want to spend money. I want to put into something, any venture, I will do R&D firstly. If I'm satisfied with that, then I go in for the, next steps, that sort of thing.
Great. As a mentor, आप किस टॉपिक पे बहुत ज़्यादा आपको लगता है कि हाँ ये टॉपिक स्पेशली women like entrepreneurs के लिए you are comfortable or you want to give like mentorship to someone?
So see, one thing I would like to tell all women, basically, we are not in a man's world. So put that out of your head. मेरे को जो सिखाया जाता है ना हमेशा, 21st century is not about, we don't, in the 21st century, I would not like to think about roles and things in terms of gender. I would like to think of it as a level playing field where there are no genders, there are no boundaries out there. What I mean to say is you have a neutral level playing field. कि आप ऐसे आज बोल नहीं सकते कि एटलीस्ट मेरे एक्सपीरियंस में मैंने ऐसा कोई काम नहीं किया जो मेरा मेल काउंटरपार्ट नहीं कर पाया. Okay, at the workplace I'm talking about, where if they sent me to some sites in Bihar, my male counterparts have not been sent there. But I have gone to sites in Bihar where it was very difficult to travel out there because safety was a concern at that point of time. When I traveled, it was the interiors of a certain city or village you're going to, and I have done that also. I've taken that up as a challenge. So आप firstly आपके mind में ये सोचो कि मेरे लिए कोई बाउंड्रीज नहीं है, बैरियर्स नहीं है कि जो मेरे काउंटर पार्ट्स कर सकते हैं ऑफिस में मैं वो भी कर सकती हूँ करके. फर्स्ट थिंग यू हैव टू पुट दैट बाउंड्री आउट ऑफ योर हेड. ट्रू, ऐसे स्टेजेस आएंगे आपके लाइफ में जब आपको मैटरनिटी लीव लेना होगा. दोज आर प्रायोरिटीज दैट यू गो थ्रू इन लाइफ, एंड दैट्स परफेक्टली ऑल राइट टू टेक अ स्टॉप आउट देयर एंड से दैट ओके, दिस इज हाउ फार आई विल स्ट्रेच नाउ. आई हैव अदर प्रेसिंग प्रायोरिटीज इन माई पर्सनल लाइफ एंड मैं कर रही हूँ प्रोफेशनल लाइफ मेरा पर्सनल लाइफ बेटर करने के लिए. So वो आपको प्रायोरिटीज एकदम क्लियर होना चाहिए वो टाइम पे. Nothing wrong in taking a gap at that point of time and saying that I need to take a 1 year break. It doesn't diminish your standards. It doesn't diminish you as a person or a professional. It's perfectly all right to do that. So I think this mindset change has to come from within firstly for women, that मैं ये ही कर सकती हूँ, मैं ये नहीं कर सकती. आप सब कुछ कर सकते हो, ये आपके ऊपर है. That's all I would like to say.
Great. और सुन के अच्छा लग रहा है. मुझे जैसे लाइक आपका जो जर्नी है ना बहुत इंस्पायरिंग, लाइक इट इज़ हैविंग टू मच लर्निंग टू अदर्स भी हो सकता है, और वो आपके लिए भी बहुत ज़्यादा मतलब एक रोलर कोस्टर जैसे राइड है कि आप सब कुछ आपने सीखा है थ्रू आउट योर जर्नी. तो आप क्या मतलब जब आप किसी को गाइड करना चाहोगे या स्पेशली BDS ग्रेजुएट जो इस इंडस्ट्री में आना चाहते हैं, उनको आप कुछ बताना चाहोगे, एडवाइस करना चाहोगे, तो वो क्या रहेगा?
That's again a very good question actually, because I do have a lot of colleagues who do reach out. They have reached out in the past also, and you've got some newcomers also. मैं dental colleges जब जाती हूँ, I do attend dental conferences, and वहाँ you will have a lot of students who will approach you and ask you, why did you select clinical research? Is it a viable field? Is it lucrative? So when they talk about lucrative, they talk in terms of money. So what I would like to state is, money is a hygiene factor. It is not a motivation factor. So for me, अगर सिर्फ पैसों के लिए मुझे जाना है तो वो तो मैं कोई भी प्रोफेशन में जाऊँ, अगर मुझे हिम्मत है तो मैं कोई भी प्रोफेशन उसको प्रॉफिटेबल कर लूँ, ओके. बट मुझे सिर्फ पैसा ही चाहिए या मुझे ऑल राउंड सेटिस्फैक्शन चाहिए कोई प्रोफेशन में. सो आप क्लिनिकल रिसर्च में आना चाह रहे हो तो एक माइंडसेट रखो कि इनिशियल ईयर्स में मैं हार्ड वर्क डालूंगी या डालूंगा, एंड उसके बाद ही मुझे इसमें बाकी हर चीज़ का मुझे हर स्फीयर ऑफ लाइफ में मुझे बेनिफिट्स मिलेंगे. तो ये आपके ऊपर होता है, आप किस डायरेक्शन में इसको लेके जाना चाह रहे हो. लाइक यू सेड, अपना मेंटरशिप जर्नी आल्सो, आई स्टार्टेड आउट एज अ मेंटी एंड टुडे इफ आई एम सिटिंग एज अ मेंटर, इट्स आफ्टर लॉट ऑफ हार्ड वर्क. तो ये इजीली नहीं आया है. बहुत सारे मेंटर्स आपको गेज करेंगे, आपको साइन ऑफ करेंगे कि आप मेंटर स्टैंडर्ड्स के हो कि नहीं. वो स्टैंडर्ड आने के लिए आपको you have to go through the rigors. There is no shortcut. Like I mentioned in the conference also yesterday, a shortcut is the longest route between 2 points. तो आप shortcut मत ही ढूंढो. आप go by the right method. Learn. You can do smart work, but don't do short work. I would say do smart work along the way. Like if you're learning something, if there's a better way of learning something else, like if you can make good use of technology rather than writing in your notebook, if you can use an Excel sheet that gives you a good trending of sorts, or if you can use Microsoft Copilot, for example, for making your notes or summarizing what your meeting minutes are, use that by all means. Technology is existing for that. It's existing to facilitate your work, not to increase your work burden, basically. So make good use of technology. I would say understand why you're moving. What are your compulsions to move from BDS to clinical research? If you're doing it for the money, don't come, I would say. In summary, if I had to summarize the whole thing, don't move because you want money. Move because you want to do something. You want to give back to society. Also,
have to a purpose.
You have to have a very solid rationale and purpose for why you're coming into clinical research. Because आप आ तो जाओगे, आप बोलोगे अरे ये तो लेक्चर दे रही है हमें, ठीक है, आप आ तो जाओगे. What will you do 5 years later when you get disillusioned with the whole thing? अरे मैंने तो millions बनाए नहीं अपने, अब क्या होना है मेरा?
But do you think कि हम मतलब like जैसे डॉक्टर्स इस इंडस्ट्री में आते हैं तो पैसे बना सकते हैं कि नहीं बना सकते?
बना सकते हैं. बट आप पैसे बना रहे हो तो ये माइंडसेट से बनाना कि मैं कंट्रीब्यूट कर रही हूँ या कर रहा हूँ कि नहीं उतना. आप कंट्रीब्यूट नहीं कर रहे हो, आपको फॉर एग्जांपल आपको अगर ट्रैवल की ज़रूरत पड़ती है कोई रोल में, जहाँ जो रोल में आपको दे पे यू वेल, okay, but you have a certain amount of travel or you have a very client facing role or something, then be ready to take up that challenge. You can't be sitting at home कि मैं अपने विलेज में या अपने टाउन में या सिटी में ही बैठूंगी और इधर से ही मेरे को सब कुछ करना है एंड मुझे मिलियंस ऑफ डॉलर्स,
मुझे रिमोट जॉब चाहिए. हाँ. सो इनिशियली क्या डॉक्टर्स को भी मतलब ट्रैवल करना पड़ेगा, सिटी छोड़ना पड़ेगा, कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड में कोप अप करना पड़ेगा?
Aside from my example, I moved to Chennai for my very first job role. I moved to Chennai. I got selected from an on-campus interview out of 100 students out there. And, I joined a very good company, a sponsor company, and I was placed in Chennai. So one of the criteria for selection was, do you speak Tamil and can we place you in Chennai? And I rose up to that occasion and it was not an ideal situation for me. मैं मुंबई निकल के मुझे जाना नहीं था, बट गई. उतना आपको डिस्कम्फर्ट सहन करना पड़ता है. इन डिस्कम्फर्ट लाइज योर ग्रोथ.
सो आपका ये कहना है इनिशियल डेज में इफ doctors or like BDS graduates want to come in this industry, they have to
be ready
up with
have a broad, yeah. So coping with the corporate world is also another thing. I would advise people who are coming from the fraternity, my fraternity basically, it will be a big mindset shift. आप हर एक वो इंसान के साथ आप compete करते हो जिनको आप competition नहीं समझ रहे थे पहले, because आप आपके bubble में होते हो. Okay, so you're in that dentistry bubble. Now what happens is you move out of that safety net or your bubble which you knew throughout your life, and you move into an arena where you've got all sorts of wonderful, awesome professionals who are working with you. They can be anywhere from your PhDs, or they can be, life science graduates. They can be from your, MBBS counterparts, or they could be MDs, and they could be, from the pharma background, pharmacists, and you cannot imagine the kind of value they add to you. Because you feel that you know everything, and then you come right there, and then you realize that no, other people know a lot more. What do I do now to compete with them? And that mindset can be very challenging for any doctor initially. That's not an easy mindset shift, I struggled with that for the longest time, to be very honest. For a good 2 to 3 years, I struggled with that. But I had to change my mindset if I had to grow. That no, these are my colleagues now. Okay, so I cannot say that just because I'm a doctor, I'm far superior to them. True, I might have superior knowledge where therapy area is concerned, but they were working equally hard to match up to, you know, where I was, my standards in the therapy area. So I could not say that my colleagues were any less. If anything, some have surpassed a lot of us today, and I'm very proud to say that and very privileged to have met such individuals who are sitting in various companies today who don't really belong to the medical or the dental fraternity, but they are from the pharma background, they are from life sciences, and I am extremely privileged to have met these people because I learned a lot of things from them as well. So have an open mindset, have a very broad mindset, or a learning mindset basically. It should be a learning curve.
बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जानने को मिली कि करियर में भी क्या क्या मतलब हम ये इतना नहीं सोचते जब हमारा जर्नी शुरू होता है हमें कैसे ग्रो करना है, हाउ वी हैव टू ग्रैब द अपॉर्चुनिटीज, रैपो बिल्डिंग. सो इतने मतलब लाइक 20 सालों के अभी तक के जर्नी में ऐसी क्या चीज़ें हैं जो आपको एक सेटिस्फैक्शन देती कि ये सही जा रहा है या ये सबसे सही है?
एक चीज मैं मेंशन करना चाहूंगी, सबसे जो सही जाता है ना आपके लिए, आपका ओपननेस इन माइंड टू लर्न सॉफ्ट स्किल्स. ओके, आई वांटेड टू मेंशन दैट पर्टिकुलरली बिकॉज एवरीबडी मेंशंस, यू नो, आपका ग्रोथ ट्रेजेक्ट्री आप ये कर लोगे, आप टेक्निकल स्किल्स कर लोगे. क्लिनिकल रिसर्च ऐसा इंडस्ट्री है वेयर वी कंसिडर technical skills as a given. People hire you for your technical skills basically, but what they are looking for in addition is what is differentiating you as a professional from anybody else in any other industry, and that is your soft skills. So when you're dealing with something so sensitive as patient, you know, you want to inculcate the right kind of empathy skills, and here I would say emotional intelligence. We talk about you know, we keep working very hard on the emotional intelligence aspect. We keep working on cultural intelligence also, because here सबसे बड़ा जर्नी में आपको challenges आता है जो cross cultural teams को आप ये करते हैं, because you're dealing with regional and global teams out here. If you are not the right fit, you know, or if you don't carry the right amount of cultural intelligence, and it comes over time, it is not an overnight thing, so you'll have to be patient with yourself. You cannot give up on yourself along the journey. You need to be patient with yourself, but you need to keep learning, moving forward. तो आप ये इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस एंड कल्चरल इंटेलिजेंस, ये चीज़ आप नहीं इनकलकेट करते हो along the way, you pretty much stunt your own growth, I would say. So that helped me immensely to cut through you know, barriers with people from across regions, and I'm very happy to say some of my best friends happen to be from people in different countries today.
Oh great.
Not just India. Very proud to say that in fact.
अभी जो बच्चे इस इंडस्ट्री में आना चाहते हैं, सो बिगेस्ट चैलेंज फॉर देम इज दैट बिकॉज क्लिनिकल रिसर्च इंडस्ट्री में स्टिल बहुत ज़्यादा सैलरी डे 1 में नहीं मिलता है. सो हाउ आपका क्या इस पे ये रहेगा स्टेक रहेगा कि हाउ वुड दे मैनेज देयर इनिशियल डे स्ट्रगल,
Right.
because money is also one of the part.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's why I said, if they're coming in for the money, then they're likely to be disappointed in the initial stages. Because nobody is going to hand you 2 to 3 lakh of rupees or whatever, you know, like about you know, $5,000 or $6,000 immediately. हाँ, आप इंडिया में आप apparent pricing के वजह से आप इंडिया का स्टैंडर्ड से आप शुरू करते हो, आप ये भी कंसिडर करो. So it's not just the money or the glamour. You also consider parity with other industries. Like if I were to work in the initial setup, like when I was working in dentistry, what was my initial salary? Consolidated internship, I used to get 1,800 rupees. Had I joined the clinical research industry, I'd be getting 17,000 to 18,000 rupees.
Yes.
1,800 कहाँ है और 18,000 कहाँ है आपका? Okay. अभी from that standard, I could think maybe 17 to 18, अरे ये क्या है, मैं मुझे तो 50,000 रुपए पहले ही मिलना चाहिए था करके. Aspiration आपका अच्छा है. You should have those aspirations. I do not say you should not, but have a starting point somewhere to reach that aspiration, and after that the sky is the limit. आप एक बार आपका इनरोड्स, आप इंडस्ट्री में स्टेप तो करो, मेक इनरोड्स, यू नो, डू योर नेटवर्किंग, पुट योर हार्ड वर्क, यू विल फाइंड योर वे. इधर यही है इंडस्ट्री. द बेस्ट पार्ट अबाउट द इंडस्ट्री, आई विल से, इन कॉर्पोरेट इंडस्ट्री, there is no traffic jam in the extra mile.
Yes.
Okay. Many people stay in the bandwidth of average. So आप एवरेज ही रहना चाहते हो तो आपका ट्रैजेक्टरी विल बी प्रीटी मच यू नो ये लेवल है, मुझे नेक्स्ट लेवल जाना है, फिर नेक्स्ट लेवल जाना है, फिर नेक्स्ट लेवल जाना है. सो प्रीटी मच योर ट्रैजेक्टरी इज लाइक दैट. एंड ग्रोथ आई वुड कंसिडर इज नॉट जस्ट फ्रॉम मनी. ओवरऑल आपका पर्सनालिटी में आप ग्रो कर रहे हो, माइंडसेट में ग्रो कर रहे हो, मैच्योरिटी आपका ग्रो हो रहा है, आप स्किल सेट्स पिकअप कर रहे हो क्या अक्रॉस द वे. आर यू क्रॉस स्किलिंग योरसेल्फ? टुडे द सीक्रेट टू सर्वाइवल इन द इंडस्ट्री इज क्रॉस स्किलिंग. And that I would like to highlight. If you're ready to do those things, I would say start with a salary, whatever salary you start with. If you're ready to do these things, then sky's the limit for you. There's no competition for you on that extra mile, because you were the one who picked up that mantle and moved forward, right? So I will give you a simple example, and I'm not, with all humility, I give you this example. So when I branched out into training so many years ago, I wanted to be a trainer. I wanted to experience training for a good 5.5 years. And that was my career aspiration. It was a parallel move, but it was growth for me. Okay. So verticals don't always constitute growth. Okay. What happens is, if you're ready to take that plunge into parallels in the industry, there is a certain time when the verticals come calling you. Like for example, training ka role kiya, uske baad I came back to project management. I have a fair bit of line management experience. Currently, I'm in a role which is a blended role, which asks me to do all of these things together. It's a very unique role in itself. There aren't that many roles in the industry that exist simultaneously. And if, there'd be few people qualifying, you'd be one of them then. Okay? And that's a huge thing, because for a person to qualify for so many blended roles, for so many different roles that are blended into one, very difficult in the industry today. So, up cross-skilling karo. That is the secret to survival. So today, if I get a role in line management or project management or training, I would probably qualify for all three. Yes. Okay, and haq se, because I worked that hard at all of these roles to experience what comes along with it, the challenges, opportunities, everything, to qualify for such a role. So आप cross skilling करो, cross cultural intelligence आपका बढ़ाओ, emotional intelligence बढ़ाओ आपका, soft skills पे ध्यान दो. A lot of people say it's a waste of time. I would say that's the biggest time factor that you spend on yourself. Technical skills में आप time spend कर रहे हो to provide services to somebody else. Soft skills में you spend time to provide services to yourself.
Yeah, ये सही बात आपने बोली. हमारा जो अभी तक का जो कन्वर्सेशन हुआ है, अगर हम इसको वन लाइन में कंक्लूड करें, या हमें अगर हमारे कंट्री के, इंडिया के लिए क्लिनिकल रिसर्च एक नया कुछ होना चाहिए, लाइक आने वाला फ्यूचर इंडिया के लिए क्लिनिकल रिसर्च इंडस्ट्री में कुछ बज़ क्रिएट करने वाला होना चाहिए. तो हम एज अ प्रोफेशनल, आप एक सेंटेंस में ऐसा क्या बोल सकते हो जो सबके लिए मोटिवेशनल हो?
What I would like to say is, I need to think for this one, because you put me in a spot out here. Motivational कुछ बोलना चाहूँगी तो one thing, sometimes I feel bureaucracy, in the context of bureaucracy, in the context of our mindset issues, the hierarchical mindset that sometimes gets in the way of a lot of things, I would say keep an openness in mind to learn, because research asks you to keep an open mind. You deal with hypotheses out here, right? Until it becomes a reality, keep an open mind to see what happens along the way. And learn along the way, evolve along the way. That's the only way the clinical research industry is going to move forward.
Yes, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also agree with you. तो अनुपमा, आपके बहुत सारे अलग अलग साइड्स है. एक था आपका प्रोफेशनल साइड, दैन आपने HBM में जो लीडरशिप और मेंटरशिप रोल प्ले किया है. तो मैंने एक अनदर साइड भी देखा है, क्रिएटिव साइड. You have wrote a book.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit more about it.
Yeah, so I've started that journey with poetry. So I entered into a competition, and I decided that I've been writing poetry since the last 20 years. Why don't I go ahead and publish it finally? So I came up with this Embers of My Soul. Okay, so it's a collection of poems basically, which touches upon every conceivable emotion that you have, right? From romance to longing to obsession to sadness, happiness, everything, freedom, everything it talks about.
Wow.
And I've kind of had a good mix and match of topics so that it resonates with every kind of reader out there. हर एक grief में ही आप poems लिखोगे तो हर एक को मतलब वो grief appeal होगा जरूरी नहीं है. So it appeals to all genres of public, where you should have at least one poem when you pick up that book that appeals to you. वैसे, and it's all part of my experiences also, and it's something that I hope sincerely will resonate with everybody else.
ओह ग्रेट, और इसमें सारे इमोशंस भी रिवील या हम उसको रिलेट कर सकते हैं.
Yes, आपके कोई भी इमोशंस इसमें एकदम, मैंने उसको एक भी इमोशन ट्वीक नहीं किया है, सारे रॉ इमोशंस है बिल्कुल. आप जैसा खुद को पाते हैं वैसे ही वो बुक में, मतलब जैसे मैं खुद को पाती हूँ वैसे ही आपको खुद बुक में पाओगे.
वाओ,
वैसे so you should be able to feel those emotions in full fledged. And I have had people who have read the initial version of it, and they've come back and given me that feedback that some of those poems resonated with them and they could feel those emotions.
Wow.
So that for me I think is the biggest takeaway from that book.
Sure, definitely I'll read it. And thank you so much, Dr. Anupama, coming all the way to here and join us to this conversation.
I'm absolutely privileged to be on a wonderful platform such as this, and thank you so much for inviting me to the coveted campus research program that we had, the event that we had yesterday. College to corporate. And
Yeah.
I can't think of a better platform that can showcase what professionals, as professionals in fact, that they can move into different fields and what they could then contribute to society.
Yes.
I really can't think of a better platform. Please continue doing that.
Definitely.
You have my 100% support.
Yeah, definitely. And definitely college to corporate का 2.0 आने वाला है. So yesterday only I started the preparation of 2.0.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Really admire your zeal and zest to have done both.